You ask an AI a question, you get a clean, confident answer, and then you realize it's completely wrong. We've all seen it. This is called an AI hallucination. For a casual user, it's annoying, but for a company trying to automate work, it is a deal breaker. You cannot automate a process if you can't trust the output. Hallucination isn't just a glitch or a typo. It is when a model confidently gives you an answer that is not factual. It comes up with fake dates, fabricates quotes, and generates links to pages that do not exist. So, why does hallucination happen? Language models hallucinate because they're trained and evaluated in ways that reward guessing over admitting uncertainty. Think about it like a student facing a hard exam question. If you don't know the answer but guess anyway, you might get lucky. Leaving it blank guarantees 0 points. Language models face the same kind of training. They're optimized to always produce an answer even when they shouldn't. As its core, a large language model is trained to predict what comes next. It learns patterns in language extremely well, which is why it sounds fluent and convincing, but is not naturally built to pause and verify whether something is true. So if the question is ambiguous, if the model does not have the right context, or if it simply doesn't know, it can still produce an answer that sounds plausible. And many times, the more you pressure it to give a definite answer, the more likely it will fill in the blanks. This is also why long and multi-step tasks are harder. More steps means more chances to introduce something that is not grounded in anything real. Now, you might be asking, how bad is the problem, really? It's hard to measure hallucination perfectly, but benchmarks give us a useful signal. For example, OpenAI introduced Simple QA, a benchmark with over 4,000 short factual questions meant to test whether models answer accurately instead of just sounding right. Results like that show why fluent outputs is not the same as the verified truth. So, does that mean LLMs are useless for anything reliable? Not at all. It just means that for real work and mission-critical tasks, you should not treat an LLM like an all-knowing entity. You need to structure around it. An approach that works is using a model's reasoning without relying on it for the final answer. Let it figure out what to do, then ground every step in code, tools, real data. Things that either work or fail clearly. When you do that, mistakes become visible. You can trace what happened, and the system can catch and fix issues before they reach the outputs. That's in high level how we're approaching it at Maisa. The takeaway is simple. Hallucination happens because these models are optimized to generate plausible language, not guaranteed truth. If you want reliable AI, the solution is not to hope the model gets smarter. The solution is to use systems that ground every step, verify outputs, and only answer when there's a real support behind it.